Hello, today we are in Paynton in Devon, and I'm going to show you where we're staying. I booked this hotel. This is a marine hotel, and we booked it with buy a gift. This was a gift for our wedding, and I wanted to use it before it expired. I will explain later how we booked it, and I am going to show you the room. I will show you the hotel from outside, how easy to book, and in general what I think about this voucher, buy a gift voucher. Is it worth or no? So let's have a look at the room. So this is the room key. Obviously, you have your room number, and you have this knob. I think they call knob. This is what you can use when you access the hotel if you're coming from outside, because the hotel door is closed. So you just chip it down and you can get in. We have a twin bed, which is weird because we are married and we wanted a double bed, but no one asked us what bed would we prefer, because when we booked it, you can choose room type, but not everything is included, and this room was advertised as a double room or twin room. So I was under impression that they're going to ask us when we checking in which bed we would prefer, but they didn't. So we have a twin bed. Anyway, we have some pictures on the wall, and we have these drawers. We have a TV. We have a phone. And look at this. Actually, it's really tight here. I mean, you barely have any space to squeeze yourself through. You have the window, but actually we got some mold, which I am not happy about. And if you see the curtain, it's dirty. Very dirty. And we have some tea and this is mine. But we have some tea and coffee, which is fine, but we have the kettle, and we're definitely not gonna use the kettle because it's quite dirty. So yeah, you have even this is dirty. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, anyway, we have this. I want to show you. It's actually really good. Anyway, some useful information if you need. Then bed is, I mean, not, I would not say very uncomfortable, not really comfortable. The pillows, the bed is better than the pillows. The pillows are horrible because it's just too firm. But yeah, this is the room. But if you can see, we got water leaking everywhere, the wallpaper coming off kind of everywhere. I will show you that corner. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I will show you the bathroom as well, and the heater. At least we had heater, because not in the daytime. I think yesterday the radiator was cold, but in the night kicked in and it was nice and toasty, so I can't say anything about that. At least it was warm. So yeah, that's the door, and I will show you the bathroom as soon as my husband will be out. So we're gonna go into the bathroom now. We have this hanger here. Very weird. Window. We have a blind toilet. And yeah, shower. But they have this, yeah, rubber rug which is moldy. I think moldy. We're not gonna touch it because I'm sorry, but this is not nice. Not really no, actually not acceptable. And then we have the sink, mirror. Yeah, the sink is clean actually. You have the body lotion and the liquid soap. You have towels, bin. But yeah, it's very small. Good enough if you want to have a shower. And yeah, nothing special, small. So we just checked out from our hotel, and I was thinking I will talk about everything what we liked, what we don't liked, and also include the voucher. So we had to buy a gift voucher as a gift.
No, we was given a voucher.
Yeah, we was given a voucher as a gift. And how it works, you have the voucher, you have the PIN code and the reference number in the box, and then you go into the website, log in, and basically you choose where you want to go and then book your hotel. So we had 2 nights with free breakfast. And so the issue is with this bio voucher that the website is so simple that it's just so difficult to search. They have only one search bar, you can't filter anything, and if you want to go somewhere you need to be very specific where you want to go. And even if you put in, let's say you put in London, probably most of the hotels not going to be included in your voucher. At least for us that was the case. So I was searching for our hotel for 2 weeks until I found this Marine hotel in Paignton. Yeah, Paignton. Yeah. And yeah, so if something was included, they was not they was more like a guest house, and for us the private bathroom is the most important. I can say that, yeah. Well, it is. For me it is. And all of them had like one bathroom, like one shower and one toilet end of the hall. So that was a no-no for us. But I found this Marine hotel, so I booked it. I chose double. It was double or twin room option for the room, and I chose that and booked it. That was very easy. Anyway, so what do you think? Okay, I think we've been catfished, because I will put the picture in what is on the website, how the hotel looks like from outside inside. And it's just like 2 completely different hotels. I didn't even recognize the hotel, no?
Yeah, the photos when you going to book a hotel looks completely different than an actual hotel.
Yeah, very different. So it's really rugged down. That's the first thing. Second, we were struggling with the car park. As soon as we arrived, they have a very tiny car park. Let's start here. And it's open for the public as well, and for the guests. So basically, yeah, if you book this holiday, you need to share the car park with the hotel guests and with people from outside of the hotel. And that's why we were struggling to find a spot, because there was no empty spot available. So yeah, that was the first thing what we didn't like.
let's start with a good thing, okay? I liked 3 things in the hotel. Let's stay positive. So first is the location is amazing. Right in the city center, it's 10 out of 10. Close to the beach, the cinema, the restaurants, coffee shop, like everything what you need. Playground for kids.
Everything
Perfect.
is within walking.
Yeah, it's perfect. Then the second thing what I really liked that you can't just go into the hotel. You need to use that key fob. If you have the key fob, you're going in, but if someone don't have it, they can't access it. I like that because I feel more safe. And the third one was the heater. Most of time with me visiting a hotel, you don't have any control over the heater. The aircon, yes.
You got an aircon system?
Yeah, aircon system, but you can't heat.
Yes, again.
No, I never had. Anyway, I never felt hot in a hotel. But here, because they have a radiator, you
Just
have...
a normal radiator.
Yeah, just a normal radiator, you have 100% control over the radiator. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you will be toasty if you want to be. So I really, really like that. But that's it. This is what we liked. What we didn't like is first the car park, what I just said. Second, the guys on the reception, I would say they was not the friendliest one.
No.
Yeah, they was not friendly. But now when I checked out, there was a lady and she was really friendly. So it's kind of made up. Anyway, the room, I have the video about the room. There was a mold in the room. And for me, that's the biggest no. Like, okay, we didn't pay it, we had a voucher, but if we would buy the voucher, then you would pay for it. So I think it's just no excuse for the mold. The curtain was dirty. The bed was very uncomfy. The pillows was very uncomfy. What else?
It was 2 separate beds as well.
Oh my god, yes. So I booked a double bed or twin bed room. But I was under the impression that when we checking in, they gonna ask which we would prefer. No, I would expect.
You would expect that they would ask.
Yeah, but they didn't. Yeah, and so we had 2 separate beds, and I don't know. I just from that point I was like, I tried to be positive. But I'm sorry, I don't wanna be we don't wanna sleep in 2 different beds. Anyway, let's move on. The other thing what is really, really bad, that walls are so thin that you can hear everything. And we had no guest on the right side. Yeah, we had no guest above us, next to us. Yeah.
We had a guest underneath us.
Yeah. And from the left side, yeah.
Other side of the wall.
Yeah. So only 2 guests we had under and next to us.
And I believe the bathroom wall shared
the bathroom from the other side. Yeah. So it's so thin that you can hear everything. You heard when people was watching the TV. You heard when they was talking, and
the floors are cracking when you're walking on mountain.
Yeah, the floors are cracking. It's really loud in the night. It's just horrible.
We needed to listen to the guy snoring for 2 nights.
Oh my god, yeah. The guy was snoring so bad. I could not sleep. And it was so loud. And I was like, I can't believe. So yeah, it's just, walls are way too thin. Oh my god. And then we had free breakfast. We eat it only next morning. We didn't eat today, we just skipped it. But basically, we walked to the dining area, and obviously they said, when we checked in, they said, when you're going to eat breakfast, you need to speak with someone, you need to tell your room number.
Like usual?
Yeah, like usual, and then you're gonna have your breakfast. So this is what we was doing. We went there, we said our room number, and the guy didn't even look at the paper. He didn't.
At the beginning, you didn't.
Yeah, and he said, "Oh well, did you book your breakfast?" And I said like, "Yes, we booked our breakfast." He didn't even really check the paper. And he said, "Oh well, yeah, okay, we go." So they said we can sit down. They show our table, and obviously, I'm sorry, but I was not happy because that was the busiest table ever. Yeah.
Well, they told us where is our table.
Yeah, they told us.
They
So
didn't let us
yeah.
choose the table.
Yeah, they didn't. So they had lot of empty table, and they said, "Oh, we need to sit there." So it was next to exactly a busy hallway, and people already was sitting there. So I asked for a more private table, which they said, "Oh well, unfortunately, is not available because everything is reserved, basically." But some of the table was not even made up. So I don't know. I don't get it. I really was not happy about that. And they already had this set menu in the morning, English breakfast, some cornflakes. I think they had juice. You can choose coffee or tea.
Coffee, tea, juice.
Yeah, English breakfast. They had this.
Cereals.
Yeah,
Usual stuff.
poached eggs. Poached. I don't know.
Just you had like
Anyway,
an extra.
Anyway, you have very limited breakfast, and we was waiting a lot, like 10-15 minutes for our two, and it was not even busy. So yeah, well, no, we was not.
Fun fact: this is not only like us saying this. Our customers was saying the same. Actual people who paid for this hotel to stay in it, they complained that this was the worst hotel they ever been in and the worst experience.
Yeah.
They had these issues every single morning where we need to wait for the food. The breakfast is a full English breakfast. That's the main thing you can get. It's one sausage, one egg, one
Beans, bacon.
tomato, one portion, like small portion of beans, and one hash brown. That's it.
Yeah, that's true. And we spoke with the guy before we checked in. He was there, and he said that we asked him like, "Are you happy?" And he said no. He said exactly the same thing, because I told him, I was like, "What do you think about the hotel?" Because I said I was really surprised as soon as we arrived. I just barely recognized the hotel because it looks completely different from the pictures, and he said exactly the same. Yes, he agrees, and it's really rugged down. And he said he was with his wife in the exact spot 5 or 6 times in different hotels, and this is the worst. And yes, he was complaining on the breakfast, but at the time we didn't know. But we was like, anyway, this is for us for free, basically. And we just try. But yeah, I agree on him. I agree with him. The breakfast was not great, and the hotel, it's just not great. So if you wanna came to this area in Devon, in Paignton, do it, because it's absolutely beautiful. So many things what you can do and see. It's beautiful. The beach is beautiful, and you can go around, drive around. It's nice. But the hotel, if you paying for it, don't go to this hotel, because it just doesn't work. I checked now the price for between May 8 and 12, like same like for 2 nights, and the same room what we had with the twin room, I think it cost almost £150, which is, I'm sorry, but it's too much.
It's not acceptable.
No, and oh my god, they left a rubber rug on the shower,
which was already ripped and had mold on it.
Ripped and mold on it, and it's like a biohazard, let's be honest. So yeah, it's just no, it's not acceptable. And you know, so many hotels in that area. Like seriously, if you want to be in the exact same area, which is nice because it's really beautiful there, then you have plenty of options. Don't go to this hotel because it just doesn't work. There are much better hotels in that area, simple as that. So yeah, so that's it on this one. I hope you find this video useful, and if you enjoyed it, just please subscribe, and yeah, and just share your experience. Anyway, I think that's it from us, and more videos are coming up. I already have a lot of ideas, so so yeah, see you then in the next video.